Hey, so do you live here in New Braunfels or thinking about moving here and you want to know what there is to do here in town? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over my top 10 things to do here in New Braunfels, Texas. So stay tuned. What up, y'all? It's Travis Stegall with EXP right here in New Braunfels, Texas. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about playing, sleeping, hanging out, working, living, being a part of the community right here in New Braunfels, well then hit that subscribe button and click that little bell. That way you're notified every time we drop a new video. And honestly, my team and me are getting calls every single week from folks just like you who are looking into New Braunfels, Texas. So if you're moving or relocating anywhere in the New Braunfels area, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. We have your back when moving to Texas. Okay, let's get into it. All right, top 10 things to do in New Braunfels, Texas. I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. There's some things on this list right here that I haven't had a chance to get to yet. There's other things on this list that take up 70% of my free time. I love the water, so you're gonna see that theme throughout the video. I love to go swimming, I love to go snorkeling, I love to just be in the water, I love to take my dog. I mean, we go kayaking, stand-up paddleboarding, wakeboarding, you name it. If it's the water, I'm there. So you're gonna see that theme, you're gonna hear some stories of the water. But now there's other things that I'm not too fond of. First on this list of things to do, Animal World and Snake Farm Zoo. All right, now this Snake Farm Zoo has tons of snakes. And if you're a fan of snakes, this is the place for you. But they don't only have snakes, they got all kinds of animals, and you know, they have monkeys, birds, petting zoo, all the fun things to go check out with you and the kiddos. It's a great time. I've had friends that have gone. Me personally, not too fond of snakes, so I'm gonna give that one a little bit of a pass. I'll get there eventually. If you know my wife wants to really go, I'd be happy to go with her. But right now, like I said, I'm just spending more time in the water, hopefully away from snakes. All right, number 2, float the rivers. And there's the New Braunfels has the Camal River and it has the Guadalupe River here in town. So the Camal River is going to be a little bit more touristy, especially on the weekends during the summer. You're going to have hundreds of people out there. Both rivers actually are going to have tons of people. But one of the great things about being a local here in town is you could go on the weekdays, especially, you know, the time just changed this past weekend and now it's sunny till 7:30 at night. So if you get off work, if it's hot, you know, you've been working out in the yard, one of the great things about being here in town and living close by is you could just go hop in the water. Luckily, thankfully, I have the Guadalupe River in the neighborhood, so me and my wife, we go down there and we go hang out in the water and take our little one down there and hang out with our neighbors, put up a canopy, have a barbecue. It's amazing. Number 3, Schlitterbahn. You can't talk about New Braunfels without talking about Schlitterbahn. If you haven't heard of it, yeah, I guess you're just missing out. Let's just say it's like the Disney World of water parks. It is the mecca of water parks. They have a lazy river that you could just sit in for hours, and they also have some rides that are very cool where it actually will dip down and be a part of that Comal River, and then it brings you back up onto the Schlitterbahn Park. They have I think a few miles of water parks. They have 3 different sections of water parks. I have a season pass, and so we love to go there. There's a you know, a boogie board section we could go on. We just love it as a family. It's a great thing to go and hang out with our little ones. Pro tip, if you have family coming to visit you here in New Braunfels during the off season of Schlitterbahn, so anything during the winter or the fall, the cabins that they have on the park are at a very discounted rate. So you could see what the park looks like when it's empty. It's kind of cool. I mean, they still have a few heated water pools in the park during the off season, but it's still pretty chilly to go over there. All right, number 4, the farmer's market. It's one of my favorite things to do on Saturday. If we wake up, ask the wife, hey, you want to go check out the farmer's market? We normally pick up some farm fresh eggs, some beef jerky, some just different stuff, some kombucha, just different stuff that you'd find at a farmer's market. And sometimes we'll go over to Krause's Cafe right next door to the farmer's market. It's actually, the farmer's market is in the Krause's Cafe parking lot every Saturday morning. Then after we go through the farmer's market, we'll go over and hang out at Krause's for a while. They normally have live music going on. I think they got like 60 or 70 beers on tap there. And I just go in there, I say, give me a German blonde beer, you know, give me a dark German beer. And they always bring me something that's phenomenal. I love it there. Number 5, take a cruise down River Road. So River Road is one of the coolest roads, I think, in Texas. It goes winding back and forth right along the Guadalupe River. You go down there on a summer weekend and you'll see campers for miles and miles and miles. Everyone comes out, brings their barbecue, brings their tents, and goes camping over on River Road. They bring their RVs, their motorhomes. There's tons of also Airbnbs, vacation rental properties. It's just the summer vibe to the fullest. I love to go to the Lone Star Float House. They have Lone Star lights for $1. They have some of the best burgers there. And then the tables are actually set up in the river. So you could order your food up at the restaurant, and then you could go down to the tables with your $1 Lone Stars and your burgers and actually eat your food in the river. I always bring my dog with me. She loves to go swimming right there. It's just a great vibe feeling. It's amazing place to be. All the people are always friendly. You know, you get a few people stumbling off the river. That's a nice spot where if you want to rent some tubes, the Lone Star Float House has tube rentals, so that people are getting off the river right there and watch some of them. All right, number 6, the Green Historic District. Right there you could find the Green Hall, which is the oldest dance hall in Texas. It's where George Strait got his start. There's lots of history. They still have the wooden floors there. They still have live music there almost every single day. It's just amazing. It's almost the center point of Green Historic District, but then there's a ton of little shops and restaurants all around the Green Hall. You got to check out the country store right there in Green Historic District. It's like taking a walk back in time. You just go in and there's all the mason jars of the different jellies and salsas. There's all the old school candy, there's ice cream, there's the souvenirs. It's just great. Right past that the country store is the wine tasting room. In Texas, we don't really have our vineyards and wineries, so we have tasting rooms, and there's actually 2 of those tasting rooms right there within walking distance, and I believe there's one other more right around the corner. And so my wife loves to go and have some wine and hang out. All right, next favorite thing to do, Texas Ski Ranch. Texas Ski Ranch has, it started off as a wakeboarding park, and then it still continues, and it's the thing that's been there forever is Texas Ski Ranch. But then you also have all these other businesses that have added on to the Texas Ski Ranch. You have axe throwing, Loki's Axe Throwing. You have the Silver Spoon, which is a nice restaurant that has a lot of different events and special kind of course meals, themed course meals that go on there. There's a boat dealership, there's paintball courses, there's a skateboard park. Texas Ski Ranch is the perfect place to take your teenage kids, your middle-aged, your elementary age kids, and let them just go run off and play off all that energy. There's things to do there forever. You could actually go dry land snowboarding there. They have this hill with this small plastic things to where you could actually go snowboarding right here in New Braunfels. It's wild. All right, next thing is Landa Park. Landa Park is one of my favorite things to do. We like to go there, go fishing, go walking, go biking. Me and my wife go for jogs there. We take our dog there. There's all kinds of play toys for the little ones. There's grills set up. There's a little train that goes around the entire park. It's just one of the coolest things about New Braunfels, and it's massive, And there's a whole nother section of the park which is unpaved, so it's like you could go hiking. It's a little, only like 3-mile hike that will take you up and onto the west side of Landa Park, and then up and around and bring you back around. And so we love to go and hang out there. It's one of the places I always show people that aren't familiar with New Braunfels. It's one of the things I might make sure they like to go check out. There's a golf course right there. The Kamal River is actually like right there. It's all connected. The majority of the things to do are fairly central to town and downtown area. So we love to go to Landa Park, and right after Landa Park brings us next on our list is to go take a stroll downtown. Next thing, favorite thing to do on this list is go out, hang out downtown. In downtown New Braunfels, there's tons of bars, there's tons of restaurants, there's tons of shops, there's tons of things to do downtown. Me and my wife love going down there with our baby and just walking in. She likes to go into her little boutiques. We like to check out the hardware store. The hardware store has been there, for generations. It's another thing like walking back in time. You go in there, it's got all the hardwood floor, and it's just the iconic downtown hardware store. Definitely isn't like the big box store that like Home Depot or Lowe's. It's got that small town feel, and it's nice to go in there, hang out, and it feels like you're taking a trip back in time. It's amazing. We like to go and get some pizza at Callahan's. It's pretty funny. Here in New Braunfels, our Irish pub has some of the best Italian pizza. It's pretty comical, but you definitely need to go into Callahan's and try some of their pizza, try some of their pizza rolls. It's amazing. Go right across the street to the Phoenix Saloon, have you something cold to drink, and then square downtown where they got the office building for the post office, and then also the courthouse, and it's all surrounded by a beautiful centerpiece with a gazebo and all the places where we also have our festivals downtown and our parades. So me and my wife love to go and just hang out downtown New Braunfels. All right, next on the list, the Nature Bridge Caverns is one of the coolest things to do here in New Braunfels. It has tons of things to offer, between zip lines to outdoor zoo where you drive your car through. Also, there's the caverns, the Natural Bridge Caverns, and so you go down into the earth, to where you have these caverns that are thousands and thousands of years old. You know, you're not allowed to touch anything because it can hurt the structure down there. But you have to see some of the pictures of the Natural Bridge Caverns. If you're somewhat claustrophobic, this might not be the place for you. But like I mentioned, they got plenty of things to do to keep the family entertained. So I hope you like this list of my favorite top 10 things to do here in New Braunfels. If you have something that you love to do here in New Braunfels that wasn't mentioned on that list, please drop a comment, drop a like, let me know what you think. And then, like I mentioned, if you are thinking about moving or relocating anywhere here in the New Braunfels area, give me a call, shoot me a text. I got your back when moving to Texas. Thanks. Bye.